Have you ever heard of the 1953 American Technicolor Western film, Shane? That's right, we're here because we have the same love for this film. You wouldn't imagine how much the cast has changed in the past 70 years. So today in this special video I will tell you about the original names and ages of the actors and how they have changed in 2023. Okay, let's see together. Alan Ladd was born on September 3, 1913 in Hot Springs, Arkansas. He had reached the age of 40 when he participated in the filming. It is with great sadness that we announce his passing in 1964 at the age of 51 in Palm Springs, California. Ladd was found dead in bed by his housekeeper. His death, from cerebral edema caused by an overdose of alcohol, sedatives, and 2 sedatives containing at least 2 depressants, was ruled accidental. He is buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park Cemetery. Alan Ladd assumed the role of Shane, a mysterious stranger who arrives in the Wyoming Territory to help a family of homesteaders, the Starretts, defend their land from a ruthless cattle baron, Riker. Shane is a skilled gunfighter, but he is also a reluctant one. He is a man of peace who prefers to use his words rather than his fists. Jean Arthur was born on October 17, 1900 in Plattsburgh, New York. While filming, she was at the stage of being 53 years old. Sadly, in 1991, she passed away at age of 91 in Carmel-by-the-Sea, California. Arthur died from heart failure and no funeral service was held. She was cremated, and her remains were scattered off the coast of Point Lobos. Jean Arthur portrayed the character Marion Starrett, a strong and independent woman who is raising her young son Joey on her own after her husband is killed. She is both vulnerable and strong, and she is fiercely protective of her son. She is also a woman who is ahead of her time, and she is not afraid to stand up for what she believes in. Brandon DeWild was born on April 9, 1942 in Brooklyn, New York. He had reached the age of 11 when he participated in the filming. We sadly inform you that he passed away at the age of 30 in Denver, Colorado. DeWild was killed in a traffic accident in the Denver suburb of Lakewood. He was originally buried in Hollywood, but his parents later moved his remains to Pinelon Memorial Park in Farmingdale, New York to be closer to their home on Long Island. Brandon DeWild assumed the role of Joey Starrett, the young son of homesteaders Joe and Marion Starrett. Joey is a curious and adventurous boy who is fascinated by Shane, the mysterious stranger who comes to stay with his family. Joey looks up to Shane as a role model and hero. He is also Shane's closest friend, and the two of them share a special bond. Van Heflin was born on December 13, 1908 in Walters, Oklahoma. He had reached the age of 45 when he participated in the filming. It is with great sadness that we announce his passing in 1971 at the age of 63 in Hollywood, California. Heflin had a heart attack while swimming in a pool. Died at Cedars of Lebanon Hospital. He had left instructions forbidding a public funeral. Instead, his cremated remains were scattered in the ocean. Van Heflin took on the role of Joe Starrett, a former cattle driver who has settled down with his wife, Marion, and their young son, Joey, to homestead a farm in Wyoming Territory. Joe is a kind and gentle man, but he is also tough and determined. He is a hard worker and a loving husband and father. He is also a strong advocate for the rights of homesteaders. Jack Palance was born on February 18, 1919 in Latimer Mines, Pennsylvania. When the filming took place, he was at the age of 34. It is with great sadness that we announce his passing in 2006 at the age of 87 in Montecito, California. Married, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and died at the home of his daughter, Holly Palance. Jack Palance assumed the role of Jack Wilson, a hired gun for Rufus Riker, a wealthy rancher who is trying to force the homesteaders off their land. Wilson is a cold-blooded killer who enjoys taunting and intimidating his victims. He is also a skilled gunfighter, and he is not afraid to use his gun to get what he wants. Emil Meyer was born on August 18, 1910 in New Orleans, Louisiana. When the filming took place, he was at the age of 43. Sadly, in 1987, he passed away at age of 77 in Slidell, Louisiana. Meyer died at North Shore Regional Medical Center, had suffered from Alzheimer's disease. Emil Meyer assumed the role of Rufus Riker, a wealthy and powerful cattle baron who is determined to drive the homesteaders out of the valley. He is a ruthless and cruel man who will stop at nothing to get what he wants. Riker hires a gang of thugs to intimidate the homesteaders. He also tries to buy them out of their land, but they refuse to sell. John Dirks was born on September 10, 1905 in Cincinnati, Ohio. While filming, he was at the stage of being 48 years old. Sadly, in 1975, he passed away at age of 70 in Los Angeles, California. Dirks died from emphysema. According to Find a Grave, Dirks' remains were cremated, and his ashes scattered. John Dirks took on the role of Morgan Riker, a man who is used to going his own way. He is arrogant and believes he is above the law. He is also a skilled manipulator and can use his power and influence to get what he wants. Morgan Riker is a wealthy and ruthless cattle baron who is determined to drive the homesteaders off their land. Alicia Cook Jr. was born on December 26, 1903 in San Francisco, California. He had reached the age of 50 when he participated in the filming. Sadly, in 1995, he passed away at age of 92 in Big Pine, California. Alicia Cook Jr. died of a stroke at a nursing home. He was the last surviving member of the main cast of The Maltese Falcon. Alicia Cook Jr. portrayed the character Stonewall Tory, a hired gun who works for Fletcher Riker, a small, wary man with a nervous disposition. He is also a skilled gunfighter, and he is known for his ruthlessness. Tory is first seen in the film when he arrives in town with Riker's other gunfighters. Ben Johnson was born on June 13, 1918 in Farracker, Scheidler, Oklahoma. When the filming took place, he was at the age of 35. We sadly inform you that he passed away at the age of 78 in Mesa, Arizona. Johnson died of a heart attack while visiting his mother in the retirement community where, not only she, but he himself lived. His body was later transported from Arizona to Pawhuska, Oklahoma, for burial at the Pawhuska City Cemetery. Ben Johnson assumed the role of Chris Calloway. A man has a great capacity for violence, but he also has a great capacity for compassion. At first, Calloway seems like nothing more than a sadistic and cruel man. He is one of the hired guns working for Fletcher. He is ultimately redeemed through his loyalty to Shane and his willingness to fight for what is right. Thank you for being here with us on our YouTube channel. Who is your favorite character in the film, Shane? Leave your comments below this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so that we can continue uncovering more memorable moments from the world of film and television together.